It's spooky season, and for this spooky season, we have a brand new lightsaber to review and give to you. I'm Ty from ZDB Media, and it's time to put this saber to the use. Today, the lightsaber I have for you is the V8 Pixel Nova. With the V8 Pixel Nova is many of the features that you would see in the original V8 with better 2-button control, better motion control, better colors, and more features. The V8 Pixel Nova 2 is similar to the original V8 Pixel. However, it has a nicer hilt, in my opinion, a more comfortable hilt to swing around due to the grooves or choke hold points or choke points, which are right here on the hilt. You can see them, there we go, focus. You can see them right here. It makes it much easier to grab. And due to the easy motion controls, you can just turn it off, turn it back on, turn it off, turn it back on. It makes it for super easy visual effects. It makes it for really cinematic fights with your friends, fights online. You know, all the fun stuff. Comes with, I don't know how many sound fonts. We can go through them all. It comes with a bunch of different blade startup and blade effects. And we're gonna go through all of those. First to start, we have a standard blue blade, as well as the standard startup and all the basic stuff. So with a standard blue blade, this is what it looks like. You can see the motion sensor is very nice. It tracks it very well. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I can definitely hear it, and it's tracking very nicely. One complaint I do have is the pommel is a bit sharp. So do watch yourself when using the pommel, as it might hurt you a little bit, but as long as you're holding up here, you should have no issues. As you can see, I'm spinning with ease. Another issue I have is the sound. The speaker, for some reason on this one, is a little bit lackluster, but for the price that you get it for, which is only about $140, that is one of the better quality sabers that I have, and it's one of the ones I'm definitely going to be using in videos and stuff, especially going forward. I have a promotional video coming out for this saber, which I will also be helping to promote the giveaway. With the V8 Pixel, you have Sash on Clash, you have blaster stab effects, you have the obviously motion control turn off and on, one of the best features I've seen in a lot of NeoPixels. Along with that, you have blaster effects. You have lockup. If I can, oh, that's color change. Never mind. I accidentally activated the color change. Wrong button. There we go. There's the lockup. So I will have all of the controls listed in the description, just so when you actually, you know, purchase this saber, or if you purchase the saber, or if you win this saber, you'll have ease of access and you'll be able to learn how to control it properly. Finally, we have tip drag, which I changed the color to green so I could properly showcase it. I'm also going to turn this light off. You can see that the coloration is different here. All you have to do is hold the top button and tap the ground, and you'll get like this nice coloration up here. Now we're going to take a look at some of the startup effects, which are like what happens before the actual saber turns on. So it says Saber 2. This is what the startup effects are. You hold the top button until you hear it talk, and then it'll change the startup effect. that's all the 12 different Saber pre-on effects or startup effects. Each one of them is definitely unique, and you see them on a bunch of other different sabers. You can see them on the other Sabneo sabers. However, I think that being able to customize them individually is very fun. So now we're going to take a look at the different blade effects. So here's the standard. Unstable. Pulse is my personal favorite because it's similar to stable, but it adds a little bit of like glowing in and out, so it looks much more realistic and much more flowy, I guess. This is Ghost. This is the one that when you swing it, comes back on. Infinity is the one that changes between the rainbow. This is, I think it said Rave, which kind of like a little wavy thing. It's pretty interesting. Obviously, everyone's favorite, especially when it comes to NeoPixels, the rainbow flavor. Here's Sparkle, has like little white effects all throughout the blade as it keeps on going. Here is, I'm not sure what this one's called, but it has also little sparkles, but more like unstable sparkles. Christmas lightsaber. Christmas. So this is Fire. This is what I consider to be like the Kylo Ren unstable, so it's like very jittery and like crackly, if that makes sense. Like I said, this saber is one of their better sabers. I like the model of it a lot better. It has nice grip for the main handle. It has a nice choke point near the top, especially nice for lightsaber spinners. And especially nice for battle. These blades are rated to be dueled with. Typically, the only thing that will break is the tip. I had my one friend grab one of these blades and try and snap it. It took his full strength just to get it to bend. And eventually we did end up snapping it. But that was after a lot of force. So these things will take a beating, as they are made out of polycarbonate, which is the same stuff riot shields are made out of. So this Sabneo Saber is going for the same price as the original Sabneo V8 Pixel. However, I think it has a few more bells and whistles that make it a little bit more special. And especially with the more comfortable hilt built for fighters and spinners, it's definitely a bit more than a display piece. And it's definitely one of my more fun lightsaber hilts. Now that I'm sitting down and now that I've showed off all the saber traits and magical things, we're going to talk about the promo codes, we're going to talk about the pros and cons, and we're going to talk about the giveaway. So, pros and cons. This saber is much sleeker and also much more easy to use in a combat or a spinning setting. It's definitely one that I'd much prefer to the style of the original V8 Pixel. However, I do think it needs a little bit more work. I think a purely sleek design would work a lot better for all of the things that, you know, need to be considered for a saber. However, it is a massive improvement from some of the other sabers they've done. The grip for the handle is very nice. I'll let you see up close so you can see the... Come on. There we go. You can see the grip has nice grooves, so you can hold on to it nicely. You can see that there's choke points here where the fingers go when you're fighting or spinning. Or you can even come up here and hold right at the edge. The con to this saber's design is, one, the bottom of the edge here. You have to be a little bit careful. The bottom of the... Focus. The bottom of the edge here you need to be a little bit careful with, as it is a bit sharp, and the pommel right at the back is also very sharp. But aside from that, it is a very nice saber and a very nice step up from what they've done in previous years. On top of that, the sound quality is a little bit lower than I'd be, used to. However, still fairly good, and you can control the sound very nicely. Obviously, I'm going to have all the how to do everything in the description. And I think pros to the Saber is having full sound control, full motion control, and full color control, which are all absolutely great things to have, especially if you need to change things on the fly. You can just motion control, you can just sound control, and you can just like quickly change the colors, get it over with, and now you have a new color ready to go. Which I didn't properly show that off, but it is a either quick switch or a very quick or a like cycle through, which I will actually create a clip of as well. If you are interested in this Saber, just as I was interested in this Saber, especially when they pitched it to me, please use the promo code ZDV. I probably did that backwards, but use the promo code. You'll get 10% off, which is $14 off, which will bring it down to about, if I can do math, 125. So 125 for a lightsaber, especially a NeoPixel, is very good, especially if you're using a starter NeoPixel. This is a great starter NeoPixel, and it's very easy to learn with. The buttons make it very accessible, and the color is very bright, and it is one of the better sabers that I actually own. And I'm going to probably say that every single time because they keep getting better and better. And I'm so thankful to be working with Sabneo so closely. I've worked with them on one of their other designs, and I've been like giving them input on how to better their designs and how to better their electronics, and they have been carefully taking in my input, and I'm very thankful for that. Finally, I have a giveaway for this Saber specifically. So if you want a free Sabneo V8 Nova, feel free to check it out over on my Instagram, where you will be able to see the post for this Saber, which will be going up 2 days after this video is up. You will have a chance to enter the giveaway for this Saber, and if you win, I will personally contact you myself, and then Sabneo will handle the rest. All the shipping and stuff will be handled. Everything will be handled. It'll be a wonderful time. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad to be working so closely with Sabneo, and I hope you enjoy the quality upgrades that I've been making towards the channel. Thank you very much. May the Force be with you all.